Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this lesson we're going to look at Albert Lee's version of Country Gentleman. Before we get started, let me just say a few things about this song. First, it was originally made popular by Chet Atkins, and later various artists recorded it, including Albert Lee himself. A lot of Albert Lee's older recordings are hard to find, but right now with Amazon and YouTube and digital media, thankfully some of that's available. So this particular song was recorded by Albert Lee on an album titled Gagged But Not Bound. You can get the entire album at Amazon. I'll put a link in the description down below, but you can also listen to the song individually on YouTube as well. But just keep in mind that YouTube, you never know how long the channels will be around, so that they can be taken down. As for the lesson example that I recorded, I'll leave a link in the description below as well, and I'll provide some in-video links where you can go directly to that and hear the version that I recorded. The same goes for the backing tracks. If you want to play along with the backing tracks, I'll create a separate video for that. Put the link in the description below, and you can play it at your own discretion. One last thing, this is really just my interpretation of what Albert Lee might be playing. It's not lick for lick. I think the solos are pretty close, but as far as the melody lines, they're a little bit different than probably what he's playing. He more than likely recorded two guitars. I think he is playing the solo, or the first solo, with a B bender. Regardless, I'll show you how to play it both ways. If you have a B bender like I do on this guitar, or if you want to try to play it without a B bender. Alright, with all that said, I just want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Once we get the channel a little bit bigger, I can make larger, longer lessons and give you more detail and explanation. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so for the most part of this song, it's in the key of A. We're going to play over an A, a D, and an E, and then at one point we're going to throw out a key and go to the 2 major, which would be your B7, or in this B major or B7 in the context of this song. So there's going to be 2 parts. The first part, and you can call it, I guess, a verse and a chorus. The first part, the main lick, is going to be. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm alternating between the A and the E when we're playing over the A chord with my pick. So and then with my middle and ring finger, I'm just playing the open, well, the B and the E, high E and the B string. That's kind of where we're getting our melody line from. So we're getting a. So I'm playing. Again, I'm adding that high E in there, I think, to just try to give it a little bit of a melody, a harmony line. You could leave that out, and you could play this however is easiest for you. So we're just playing over really just think of this A chord, and all we're doing is lifting up this A note. Is that right? I'm sorry, we're lifting up this second fret of the second string. And then it just goes back to the C here at the first fret. And that's really your whole melody line, and you want to build your licks around that. So when we get to the D7, I'm just positioning myself as if I were going to play the D7, but here again, I'm playing the D and the A bass note, alternating back and forth, and then high E, B, back to that second fret of the third string. Those two together is. Now you're going to do a. So it's open. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm playing the open G, hammering in 2, 3, and then the open B string. And then we're just going to do some hammer off, pick off, 4 back to 2, 2 back to 1. Actually, the second fret on the 4th string. And notice all the time I'm hybrid picking. And you know, it's kind of sloppy, but you get the idea. So we're going to play through that one more time, and except to end the song, instead of playing that lick, we're going to. This is where we're going to transition into playing over. We're going from an E back down to a D, so it's, I guess you could say it's transitioning into a chorus if you want to think of it that way. So that lick's going to be. You want to bend that up a half step, so you got to get your intonation kind of right. We're just bending up to that A there. Sounds like to me that's what he's doing at least. Think those are just notes that are falling out of this E chord here, except you're playing the 7th. Flat 7, I should say. And now we're going to really just chromatically walk back. That's effectively what we're doing, although the first note's going to be bent up. We're just syncopating that in, playing that low E. I'm sorry, the low A. Let that A ring out, and now we're just playing. Falling out of your D major there. Okay, so this is kind of, you know, we're kind of getting into some of the classic Albert Lee types of phrasing here, so we're going to bend. It's going to be a pick off right there. Now, hopefully I'm playing this slow enough where you can pick it out, because it takes a long time. My videos can't be very long as of right now with the channel the way it is, so I can't go into great explanation. But it's just chromatics that we're playing. At least was right there on that walk down. Next lick is going to be, hopefully you can see with just a single finger here. To be more clear on that, so we're sliding in, just playing the backside of this A chord. Slide back out, open A, and open A, do that chromatic walk right there, 2, 3, 4. Pick off. Same lick all over again. Except we won't emphasize that one note right there. That's just the only little change. Now this time, instead of picking off, we're going to do or picking off to an open note. We're actually going to pick off 2, 1 open, and then come back to the second fret of the G string. So we're going to slide back and pull off, and then immediately 2, 3 open on A. Let's see if we can get that. And then that's going to lead us into the next verse, where we're going to change our position. let's put that all together. Or at least that one last part. Alright. Last part here, well, I'm sorry, I guess you could call this like a chorus. We're gonna. So this is just an A7 down here. You got your A triad. We're going to flat that 7 back, A7. I'm going to play that 3 times, and I'm just plucking those strings. But on the 4th time, I'm switching my position so that I can slide back to the A7 back here. Be like that triad there, but we're flatting back to get that G. In fact, you may not even hear it when you do the slide, but see. This time we're doing it with the D up here at the 14th fret, sliding back to this D triad, but I'm adding in that E right there, that high E. So it'd be like back to the A7, play it twice, and then pretty cool lick there. It's not that difficult. You're just going to pick off. Go back into the A7 one more time. D7. So A7. Then we're just going down here to the E position. And then that's going to lead us into the first solo. So maybe Albert Lee was doing something like that. Okay, so that gets us through the first part of the song. We'll catch up in the next video. We'll talk about the first solo, which I was using the beat bender on, but I'll show you in, both ways of playing that with or without a beat bender. I'll catch you up in that video. Again, everything you need to practice along with this will be in the description down below, or at the end of all the videos. I try to link to the backing tracks, etc. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.